Hi guys, back with another clip that I told you guys that I will be trying to do these clips more often, more frequent, sharing my opinion, my experience. But since last time I did one on the new release, which is Top Museum, so I thought I'd do a different one. And a lot of people, especially a lot of Thais, have been asking me or asking for my opinion on the above. Is collecting and, I should say, investing at the same time possible? Investing, what I'm saying is not the rookie cards, the other cards. I mean, if you have been watching my clip, I've been saying that I used to be 90 or 95% collector, 5% investor. With the soccer boom, probably my ratios moved to around 80% collecting and then 20% investing. So the question that a lot of people have been asking me is that, can we collect and invest at the same time? And like I said, investing, I'm talking about autographs. I'm not going to talk about the rookie cards because I've actually done a clip on that, and lots of people have done clips on that. So basically, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm not sure if anyone has covered this yet, but if you have known me for a long time, if you've seen my clips both in English and in Thailand, I always tell everyone that the three factors, at least for me anyway, that when I consider collecting or investing autographs, that there are three factors that I always tell people to consider. First one is that is it an on-card autograph or a sticker? So that's most importantly. A second point would be if there's a patch, is it match worn or is it player worn? My third point would be, does it have any parallel? Parallel as in, the certain cards, of course it's going to be a one-on-one, but are they, I mean, some don't have one-on-one, but do they have like the 210, 215, to 20? As a result, there's more of that card, or is this 210 and that's it? I've been telling guys all the time, these are the three factors. I mean, apart from, like I said, I support Liverpool, so of course I'm going to collect Liverpool cards. Certain sets, I like the appearance, so I'm going to be collecting those as well. But when on the other cards, these are the three factors that I've been telling everyone for a long time. But today I'm going to focus on number one, which are on card autos. And I've got a couple of reasons why I think you could collect on card autos and it could still be considered an investment. And I also have a couple examples, both real life cards that I've got right next to me, and also a couple of prices that I've done some research for you guys before I did this video. Now, why do I think on cards are a good investment? But in case you guys do not know or you're new to the soccer collection cards or investing in soccer cards, most series or products that people associate with on cards. Of course, you go back to 2016, which I was lucky enough that I started collecting back then. I joined breaks. I mean, pinnacle of the soccer cards are flawless cards, so they're definitely 100% on cards. When you move to 2017, the first Immaculate, I think will probably be around 80-90%. Only the Messis were not on card. Most of the Immaculate ones are on card autos. At the same year, he actually came out before Immaculate, is Nobility. Now, Nobility has half on cards and then some are on stickers, but it also known for the on card autos. And of course, in 2018, you have the Eminent Soccer or the super high end cards, which prices gone crazy after an initial drop. But these are basically the on card sets you associate with. I know after 2018, I mean, even the World Cup, there are some cards are on cards, the Immaculate 2 and all that, but it's not the majority. So these are the products that people associate with being on cards or have on cards auto. Now, why do I think it's a good investment? Well, I think point one would be pretty obvious, the supply and demand. Think of it this way, all the products that are associated with the on-card autos. They are older products, 2016, 2017, 2018. So there are less supply of these cards. Now, most of the cards are now with true collectors. So only every now and then would you see a really nice card from Flawless, for even from Immaculate One or Eminence listed or put up for sale. So there's less supply, right? But since the soccer boom, a lot of people have gone into soccer cards. A lot. And if you factor in that soccer is the most popular sport, not popular, but most watched, let me just say, most watched sport. So you get a lot of people coming in now into the hobby. The newer products do not have on-card autos or have very little on-card autos. So huge demand for the on-card, but the supply is very small. So of course, it's going to drive the price up. I do have an example later in the clip to show you what I mean. At the same time, less on-cards are produced in the soccer hobby cards, or whatever you call it, the soccer hobby industry. Why? Well, the usual explanation, the reason we always get from Panini is the logistics. It's harder. Okay, it's part of it may be true that the NBA, NFL, all the players in the US, it's easier to get them to sign. When you send them all over the world, it's harder. But I do not buy this idea. I think they're just trying to reduce their costs. So compared to other sports, soccer have very little on-card autos produced, but a lot of people from other sports are now joining the soccer. Again, goes back to supply and demand. Now, within soccer itself, you saw my example. Flawless was in 2016. Immaculate One and Nobility was in 2017. Eminence was 2018. Since then, we're in 2020. There's hardly any on cards auto being produced. So, again, less supply, more demand. And if you look forward to now, next year, and maybe in 2 years' time, Panini have already said this, that with the COVID, they cannot produce on-card sets or on-card products for, at least for soccer, because again, logistics all over the world with COVID and all that. That means even going forward, there's going to be less on-card autos. There'll be some. I'm sure Panini will put some in, but it's not going to be much. And with the more and more people joining soccer breaks, soccer hobby, blah, 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 you can imagine, I'm going back to point one again. There's not that much supply and there's a lot of demand, especially now when there's a lot of demand. New products do not have the on-cards. They come and buy the older products, which hardly any are put up for sale. So that's why if you have bought on-card auto soccer before, or even now, I would say it's still a worthwhile investment while you're collecting at the same time. Like I said, I'm not talking about rookie cards. I'm talking about when you collect them, you like the auto, you like the player, but at the same time, it's a smart investment. And I'll show you a couple examples. Well, one close to heart because I support Liverpool. This is Steven Gerrard, Flawless from 2016, legendary set. I intentionally picked 225, so it's not so short print. I myself bought one before I hit one in breaks back in 2016, and I bought one in 2017. So these are actual fact that I bought them. I bought them for 150, 165, both these cards, which I got them here. Then I hit some in breaks. So I had doubles of this card. So of course, I sold them. I sold my first one in 2018 for 250. And I'm still kicking myself now. Because if you look at the price this year, Gerrard's Flawless are selling in the range of 400 USD up. Some even went to 700, 800. Yes, he's not signing more. There's hardly any more on cards of Steven Gerrard. But you don't have to go back to when the product was released in 2016. If you got in the game around 2018 and you bought a Gerrard card, even if you bought it from me for $250, sell it today, you're gonna make a $200 profit. And at the same time, like I said, collecting and investing, so you would still enjoy your card. It's an on-card Gerrard, flawless, absolutely beautiful cards, but your cards have gone up $200 in the 2 years. So that's why I picked Gerrard, because I picked Gerrard as an example because there's less cards of him now and there's no on cards of him. My second example, which I'm going to show you, and I have an example of this towards the end as well, is a Messi, and I picked the crown jewel. Well, we all know Eminence came out in 2018. I can give you this much, that in Eminence, they guarantee every case an A hit. A hit would consist of Messi CR7 or a Ronaldo R9. All right. Spots per break, I think, I might be wrong, but it was around 700 or 800. Now, when the product came out, when you hit a Messi order to 10, I'm talking about 10, prices would go for around 1,000, 1,200. Then it dropped because a lot of people were selling. People were breaking Eminence like crazy because there weren't that many cases produced. It was the first time soccer did a high-end, super high-end product. One that comes out every, they're saying 4 or 5 years, so we'll have to wait and see. So after a lot of supply was on the market, it dropped to around $700 to $800. So if you bought a card, a Messi Eminence card then, you would have done very well, because by 2019 it was back up to around 1,000. And since the soccer boom, a Messi to 10, I mean, I got a record for the crown jewel. It sold for 1,700. And just to emphasize my point, I've got a live card here. Hopefully it shows up. It does a little bit. This is from my personal collection. This is a Messi crown jewel. It's a one-on-one, as you can see up here. I don't know how close I can get to the camera. Here you go. I bought this. I did not hit this card in a break. I bought this card probably 2019, early 2019. A one-on-one, a bid on eBay. And you'll be surprised how much I got it for. I won the bid at, I think it was 1,700. So my point is, I won this one-on-one for the price that the 210s are selling now. So that's how much the price has gone up. How much you expect this card at the current market, who knows? But I'm not selling it. But my point is, if you bought a Messi Eminence or even a CR7 Eminence, as you liked it, it's a nice card. It's an on-card auto of Messi. It looks damn nice. You would have done, again, very well. Do I expect the price to go up? Yes, especially with the COVID. There's less and less on-card autos of Messi or Ronaldo CR7. I mean, every product has a Messi or a CR7, but not every product has an on-card Messi. So I would still expect prices to go up, and it has been going up. You go back, you don't believe me? You can go to eBay now. You search up Messi Eminence, a couple of bids that have finished. You look at the price, and it's still going up. So again, if you bought them early, you would have done very well. My third example, to show you that it doesn't necessarily have to be an expensive card. I've got on record here, Bobo, historical autographs from Immaculate 1 back in 2017. This set, most were on cards. The historical, that did not have any parallel. So some were to 25, some were to 50, but no parallel. So it wasn't an easy hit, but it wasn't a difficult card to hit in breaks. Now, Bobo, okay, a lot of people collect, but it's not your Messi, not your CR7. And you look at the price when the product came out, people were buying and selling this card at around 70 USD. Now, as the year goes by, if you look at my graph, it has gone up. Okay, the last bid, I'm a bit suspicious that it went through 300, but I sold my double. I had two because I joined a lot of breaks from Immaculate. I sold my double early this year, and I sold it for, I think it was 220 or 250. And that's an actual fact because I sold my card. So from a $70 card in 2017 to 2020, that's only 3 years. Price has gone up from around $60 or $70 to 200 something dollars, or unless you believe eBay, the latest bid was around $318. Again, collecting because you like Bobo, maybe you're collecting the historical set, maybe you just got into the game. Price has gone up like crazy. So collecting and investing doesn't have to be rookie cards. You look at, I got an example here of CR7 Flawless. These are the latest sold items. One went for, well, it was best offer acceptable. It was listed at $10,000. There's a $5,200 card, another $502 card. Now, again, I never had any luck with hitting this card in breaks, even though I bought quite a few Real Madrid breaks. I bought this of a good friend of mine. This is also a CR7 Flawless. Granted, it's a different series, but it's still Flawless. This card, I think I bought it for around 800 or 1,000, but it was back in maybe late 2018, early 2019. Looking at the prices of the other cards now, I mean, the lower one is 225, sold 5,300. I mean, granted, it's a better patch. Mine is sold the game, but I would still expect my card to fetch around 3,000 maybe. So from an $800 to $1,000 investment, free fall to 3,000. So again, it shows that you don't just have to invest in rookie cards. I mean, I've got a final example here, and again, another CR7, which is Noir Club and Country Series. This is the club signature. And if you're new to the game, you've probably never seen one because hardly anyone sells them anymore. And when it sells, it goes for absolutely crazy pricing. So, all in all, I mean, it doesn't have to be rookie cards that you need or you have to invest in. From what I've shown you, for at least from my personal experience or my opinion anyway, is that if you study the checklist well, if you know which cards you'd like to collect and they do fit the 3 steps that I've told you in terms of on card, parallel, or match won, in time the value does increase. I'm not saying all on cards will increase, but if you look at what I have said, what I have shown, then I think the trend is yes, because soccer or football is the most watched sport. Only more and more people will be joining the hobby. So as more and more people join, on cards are harder to find. So even if you buy one now, there is a good chance that the price will go up. And at the same time, you're actually getting the card and you're enjoying the card. It's nice. You have a set. So, you know, it's something different than just investing in rookies. Of course, you're not going to flip it early, grade it, but it's still, like it says up here, collecting and investing at the same time. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully you found this video useful or at least enjoyable, or at least you got to saw some of my cards, which I don't bring out very often, but I did today. So if you do, please don't forget to subscribe or even like or follow my Instagram, and I'll definitely have more these kind of videos up more and more. So until next time, see you guys. Take care.